the right time, just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time, just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I'm just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time, just where I'm supposed to be. Whoa, my soul is welcome here. Yes, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Whoa, my soul is welcome here. Yes, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. 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 Happy Easter to you all.
Yes, happy Easter. Am I on?
Not yet.
Not on. I'm rising. I'm still rising. Here we go. Yeah, happy Easter. You made it. You rose today. You rose from your sleep. That's really good. My name is Kim Jozwiak, and I'm the spiritual leader of this beautiful community. And that song is perfect. Like in so many ways, this place, I know I have found my soul is welcome at Unity Spiritual Center of Woodstock. Joe and I have been here for about almost 9 years now. And what I love about the Unity principles is I don't have to let go of any of my own ideas about God. In fact, I am celebrated for my own unique ideas about God. And not just about God, but how that Christ Spirit transforms me. Like I get to talk about my own personal experience. You get to talk about your own personal experience. And then together we share life together. And we remind each other who we really are. That's what I love about this place, is we don't dwell so much on the how-tos, because who is somebody else to tell me how I must live? We are all born with a North Star. We're all born with an essence of the divine. In some ways, some people call it like a fractal. I mean, it does say we were made in God's image. What does that mean? And Jesus did say often, I and the Father are one, so are you. Jesus often called us brothers and sisters, so we are all part of one big divine family, having this human experience. And I don't know about you, but I often forget that you're divine, that I'm divine. And so here at Unity, we celebrate that. We support you in that. So let us just start with a prayer. Thank you, Spirit, for showing up today through each person here. And thank you for showing up in nature in the season of spring. We are starting to see the grass get greener. We are hearing bird song that hopes for warmer days. And we always trust that the seasons happen when they happen, but not how they happen, not here in the Midwest. Spring means something very different here. But that's the beautiful diversity of being alive in this human form. So may we learn to be in the moment, to love life as life appears, to be attracted to what brings joy to our very being. May we slow down and get off the busy, busy world path and come and sit at the feet of the Christ presence. Amen. Typically, I read a daily reading, but I forgot to bring it, so we're not doing that today. And we'll be hearing more about the Bible today, so we'll let that go. Let's do the 5 unity principles. If you would join me. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life. God, the good omnipotence. The Christ Spirit lives within me. Thoughts held in mind produce after their kind. I experience God's presence and power through prayer and meditation. I put my faith into action by demonstration. So now it's time to show a little love. First, I'd like to introduce the people behind the scenes. They are responsible for our social media, the stuff that goes out to social media, out to YouTube Live. They also are in charge of the sound in here and out there in the internet world. We have George Muligano. Thank you, sir. We have Jackie Gerard. Thank you, ma'am. And then we have my partner, Joe Jozwiak. And then next, of course, our service would not be what it is without Lori Gray-Muligano and Alpha Stewart Jr., and a little later, the Unity Choir.
This I know is true. You will do amazing things with the choice each new day brings, and with every step you take. Bless the progress that you make. The reason you live is found in every gift you give. So love your life and love your dreams. You will do amazing things. Sing with me now. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. Sing it to somebody else here. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. Oh, the places you will go and the people you will know. Don't worry when or where or how. You don't have to know that now. You're on the right track. No need to look ahead or back. So just enjoy what this day brings. You will do amazing things. Sing it to someone. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. Let's do it again. You are amazing. So as we reflect on this Easter morning, let's take a moment to breathe in and out and reflect on this prayer. May all that I think and all that I do be a prayer to you, a prayer to you, a prayer to you. May all that I think and all that I do be a prayer to you, a prayer to you, my love. In every face, may I see you. In every heart, may I feel you. In all that is, may this be true. May we be one. May I be you. May all that I think and all that I do be a prayer to you, a prayer to you, a prayer to you. May all that I think and all that I do be a prayer to you, a prayer to you, my love. Yes, a prayer to you, my love.
I just invite you to continue to go within. We're going to take a few moments just to be with the inside of ourselves. Those thoughts, those feelings, those body sensations. Just notice. And perhaps just start with the breath. And just notice how it doesn't take a lot of thought to breathe. That breath, pneuma, also known as spirit, breathes us. That there's something inexplicable that moves us, that animates us. There's literally electricity that is wired in our bodies, neurons talking to neurons, sparks of insight, sometimes sparks of ideas that are troubling. And wherever you are, just be with it. Be with your own experience. For isn't that how Easter morning started? Easter morning started not with resurrection, at least not the idea, but it started in darkness. It started in the dark night of the soul. Perhaps you have had that experience too, where nothing makes sense, where your heart is broken into a million pieces. But then the sun rises, as it always does. And perhaps you're there. You're just on the other side of that grief. And now you have some understanding. You're starting to notice little things again, like the crocus and the daffodil coming through, even when it's icy out. Or perhaps you're down in your journey, you're hearing a whisper of, you are alive. You're still alive. Life is still going. And perhaps you're in the celebration phase. I have risen. The Christ in me, I'm aware of it. I live and breathe it. That love is pouring through me. I have to share it. We are always in these cycles. So wherever you are today, just notice it. Be curious. Be the one you've been waiting for. Now, if we'd all take a deep breath together and exhale. And so it is. You can join me back on this physical plane. As I was thinking about the talk that I was going to do today, this is my first Easter message with you. I'm going to be having a lot of firsts this year with you, aren't I? And Easter was always a very, very important holiday in my family. My father, a pastor, and my mother really always told us Easter was even more important than Christmas. I didn't agree because you got presents on Christmas, but Easter was supposed to be the best thing. And there was a lot of pressure for Easter morning, getting 5 kids out of the house, getting all dressed up. And it's funny, I still have that pressure in my body. This morning when I was trying to pick out clothes, I felt it. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's still there. My Easter clothes, they're so important. I'm like, but are they? Are they that important? So I had these different pairs of shoes on. I'm like, Joe, what do you think about the shoes? What do you think about the whole outfit? And he was starting to give me some fashion tips, which I appreciated. He came up with this thing. This was great. I'm like, yeah, that's going to work. And then I changed my shoes because they weren't comfortable. And we have echoes of our traditions in us. So that's where we're starting today. Like once we wake up in the morning, we appear, we're here, we're in the day. But sometimes after we wake up, those first 5 minutes, maybe even the rest of the day, we don't recognize the divinity. We don't recognize the spark. We don't recognize it in us. We forget about it in our spouses, our partners, our children, our friends, the media. We forget. And the first story of Easter actually is about that too, at first. So here we have Mary Magdalene, the beloved of Jesus, where there's a lot of mystery around her relationship with Jesus. A lot of conjecture, I don't know. But what really got my attention is that this story about her and her experience is really a guide to awakening our consciousness. It represents our own spiritual death, our own spiritual sleepiness, when we're at that place where we only remember our bodies, where we're like looking at our bodies and we're like, ugh, I hate getting old. How am I don't know, I've said it, I've heard it said, or man, my tummy is just not the way it was when I was 20. And we just get really attached to the meaning of it, the meaning of the clothes, the body, the bank account. Do I have enough money to pay my bills? We get caught up in the news and what's happening, and we forget. So this story is about the realization that we are all eternal sparks, eternal. Our sparks live forever. We're eternal sparks of the divine. My friend Rena likes to call us Sparkies. We're all Sparkies. And so today's message is about that map of consciousness that fans that spark into the full-blown flame of Christ within us. So the Gospel of John in chapter 20 starts with this phrase, while it was still dark. This is that liminal space between the darkest part of night and before the sun rises. And we find Mary Magdalene there. She's grieving her loss. She's shocked. She's stunned. She's likely whispering the same words that Jesus spoke before he died. Why have you forsaken me? Have you ever been there? That felt sense of loneliness, like no one will ever understand this. Why? That sentence starts with why. How many times do we go, why? Why me? Why them? Why is this happening? It's such a human cry. It is the first part of rising into consciousness. We have to first ask why. I've been there. My dark night of the soul was when I finally made the decision to divorce my first husband, the father of my children. For 14 years, we were trying to do everything to make the marriage work. We had gone to therapy. We'd been in therapy for 3 years. But we were at a place where we had completely forgotten the reason why we ever got together in the first place. Our love was gone. At least the perception of it was. We were no longer kind to one another. We had completely lost patience with one another. Our marriage had been crucified by our limited consciousness, by our immaturity. I mean, I met him when I was 19. Remember that? We're young then. We don't know what we don't know. We were both looking for something in each other to complete ourselves. I had bought that story. Hey, I was raised on Disney, right? The princess is always rescued by the prince, and the prince has to rescue. So he and I both were trying to do this story. We were trying to make each other our saviors. And it just broke us. It broke us into pieces. Like Mary arriving at the tomb, we often arrive at the tomb of our loss, that place where we feel disconnected from God, disconnected from love, just disconnected. We feel confused, and that is the first step in 12-step recovery. We admit we are powerless. We come to this place that says, I am powerless, and that's not an easy thing to come to. That is a frightening thing for our ego. Our ego, and we can't get rid of our ego, by the way. There's no such thing. It's the mainframe in which we live our lives. But our ego at times runs our life. And our ego says, I am not powerless, and I'm going to do the things that make sure I'm not. So in this Easter story, Mary comes to the tomb, and she is very clear she's powerless. Jesus just died, right? He's been buried in this tomb. There's this big stone that's supposed to be like sealing the tomb. And really, that stone signifies the things we do to guard our loss of powerlessness. We will seal that tomb inside of us. We will seal the trauma inside of us. And we will do things in our lives that actually create destruction to keep from letting that out. we will do whatever it takes to cling to, I have to have power over this. So when we get to that first step, I am powerless, something cracks open and rolls away the stone. It is there I realize my heart is broken. It is there that I can finally stand and see and be with my broken heart. Now, throughout my life, I've run from my broken heart. I didn't want to deal with it. I felt it was safer all walled in its own tomb. I fled through moving across the country at age 19 from California to Chicago. I did it actually when I first married. I was like, oh, I love his family. His mom would like send me home with pasta. Like I was like a little like feral kitten. And his mother was like, sweetie, what are you eating? I go, yogurt and ramen noodles. And she was like, it broke her heart, so I was her project. And then I fell in love with her, and then I thought, well, I better marry the boy. It's his mother. And so I just kept running into it and then running away. And part of that divorce, I was running away. I just didn't have the tools inside of me. I hadn't dealt really with my trauma from my childhood. And so I just kept running. And Mary, actually, when she got there, she found the tomb empty, kind of freaked her out, and she ran to her friends. So she ran too. But part of healing our heartbreak is, this is the beauty of the divine. You know, the divine has all of this under control, seriously. So I'm running with my own agenda, and I can look past at my life, and I usually run right into the thing I need. Isn't that beautiful? Like, you know, and you think of the earth, like if I was to run all the way around the earth, guess what? I'd run right back into me, wouldn't I? We're always running in circles. And we find ourselves over and over and over again. And so she ran to her friends because we are not meant to suffer alone, are we? Like, I know my running, I tried to do it alone for a while, but I was so lonely and so confused, I eventually reached out. And I had friends, I had a therapist, I had people to start to help me make sense. Because that's what it is. Trauma and grief, the horrific, when it happens, it shakes us up and we lose perspective, and we can't gain that perspective by ourselves. We need help from each other, from fellow Sparkies. And I was really wrestling during that divorce, this deep grief, but mostly this deep guilt. If it wasn't for my kids, I think I would have left the marriage within a few years. But because I had children, I was really attached to the idea that my actions were going to destroy them. And so that kept me in there for a long time. It kept me kind of as a whole of a person. Like, my heart doesn't matter. I was so used to shoving my heart away anyway. I'll just do the good thing and I'll stay married for the children. It didn't work for me. My grief became actually what's called the gift of desperation. Think of that acronym, GOD. So in that gift of desperation, yeah. And so that happened to Mary too. She was at her lowest place she had ever been, and she's actually the woman, so she was the woman that 7 demons were cast out of. So her life wasn't a picnic. What that tells me is there were some 7 major traumas in her life. And 7's a very symbolic number. 7 days in a week. There's some sort of complete cycle. There was some sort of creation. So something that was created in her as maybe a child, or I'm sure in her teenage years, Jesus was able to relieve her from that, really instantly heal her from her trauma. So there's Mary. She's in her grief. She finds the stone rolled away. And I love this part. There's 2 angels hanging out. Like, they're just sitting there drinking some tea or something. And they're hanging out in the tomb. And there's 2 of them too, which there's a lot of symbolism around that. I won't go into it because we only have so much time. But these two angels are there, and the only thing actually they say is, woman, they call her woman, why are you crying? Now, woman harks back to, get this, the name of Eve. What? The name of Eve, the first lady, the first representation of the feminine. So the angels are saying, why are you so disturbed, sweetheart? Femininity, heart, why are you so disturbed? And then she turns around, because I don't think she talks to them. It doesn't say she talks to them. She turns around, but in that question is what we start in our journey to heal. Why am I crying? Why am I disturbed? What is the source of my disturbance? So that's the first step towards understanding. And then she turns around and she sees this person there, and she thinks he's the gardener. Garden, do you hear a theme? Gardener. God in the beginning said, you two are going to be the gardeners of this Eden, right? So now we're starting to see some symbolism. The gardener, who's not a gardener, he asks her, woman, why are you crying? So now humanity is asking her, what's the disturbance about? So then we also go into our bodies. We go from our heart, this experience, and then we go into our bodies. What is this disturbance? Why am I aching? Why do I feel tense? We start to do a soft and gentle inquiry. So then, this gardener, who is Jesus, by the way, says her name, Mary. And she instantly realizes who this is. Now, I don't think it's about the name Mary, though it could. Did you know Mary means bitterness? So Mary, he calls her name, but I think he calls underneath the bitterness, and he calls her by her true name. The who we are. We're beyond our names, aren't we? We just have names because it would get confusing if we didn't have names. So this is the deepest inquiry. What is my name? Who am I in this grief? Who am I in this disturbance? Who am I when the tomb is empty? This is where we have the aha moment. We're like, oh, I am Christ. I am a new creation. I am divine. I'm a Sparky. I am not just the grieving one. I am all of it. I am the very humanness of loss, but I'm also this breath that leads me into life. And so she reaches out to touch him. It doesn't say it in the words, but you get the gist because he's like, hey, don't touch me. I haven't ascended yet. And I was always like, that's such a curious sentence. Like, what? What does that mean? And as I was just looking into this and researching it and some of the history, really it's about, we sometimes get these sparks of insight in another person. We'll like meet a person and you're like, oh, that's my teacher. That's my guru. Or we'll go to an institution and we'll go, this is the place. This is the place. I'm doing this for the rest of my life because this will keep me on the straight and narrow. Or we'll go into our own. I went into myself with that. After the divorce, I said, I can only trust me. I'm the guru. So don't you be telling me what to do. I've got this. And so I went into a very hyper-independence mode saying, yeah, I got this. And there's this subtlety there that once we get insight, our ego goes, grab it. Grab the serenity. Don't let it go. And then once we're doing that, we've let go of the serenity. And so this is really about a deep, daily, sometimes moment-to-moment work. Like when we get that joy, let's say, that excitement, that truth, we breathe it in, we breathe it out, and we keep showing up to the present moment. Because we're always in this ascension mode. We haven't ascended. We're not totally ascended yet. Christ in us is not 100% available in a way. I've never met anybody like that. I don't know if you have. I mean, Jesus, I guess, but I wasn't walking around then, maybe Buddha. And so she gets it, though. She's like, oh, all right. I can't grasp this, I can't own this, but I sure can share it. And she goes off running to her friends. And she says this, I have seen the Lord. She saw it with her internal perception. She saw her Christ. She saw the spark that she saw in Jesus in this person. She decided not to grab it. She decided to wear it and to be it, and then she shared it. We have spent so long, we'll probably continue to spend it, that we believe we are separate. Separate from each other, feeling separate on the inside, separate from you. You like that team, I like this team. But as Marianne Williamson reminds us in her book, The Mystic Jesus, the only thing to be saved from is our own misguided belief that we are separate and alone in a random and meaningless universe, for that is the source of all fear. Jesus is a bridge to another kind of thinking, a reminder of who and what we truly are. We're always invited to cross that bridge with each other in this world. Boy, do we need to be crossers of bridges. Let us move from the consciousness of mine and yours, the consciousness of lack and defense, and return to the oneness of our highest knowing. The stone is rolled away. The tomb is empty. Whatever you have lost is not there. It has been transformed into the very spirit that breathes within you right now. We have risen. Now let us stay awake and take a walk together as we offer peace to every person and situation we encounter.
Step by step beneath the sky, we walk with hope, you and I. Let the anger fade away, let compassion lead our way. Every heart can learn to heal, every wound can slowly seal. In this world of joy and grief, we rise again and walk for peace. Walk for peace, walk for light, walk through day and walk through night. Hand in hand the world will see. Peace begins with you and me. Walk for truth, walk for love, guided by the stars above. Let all hatred finally cease. Come with me. walk for peace. Across the land from sea to sea, a message carried peacefully. 109 days across the land, 2,300 miles per man. Buddhist monks with hearts so pure, Aloka walking strong and sure. Step by step their prayers increase, calling all to walk for peace. Walk for peace, walk for light, walk through day and walk through night. Hand in hand the world will see, peace begins with you and me. Walk for truth, walk for love, guided by the stars above. Let all hatred finally cease. Come with me, let's walk for peace. May all beings live in freedom. May all suffering gently cease. May our footsteps write the story of a world that walks in peace. Through the valleys, over mountains, let our gentle courage rise. Peace is born in every moment when compassion fills our hearts. Walk for peace, walk for light, walk with courage shining bright. Every breath a prayer release for a world that walks in peace. Walk for hope, walk for love, blessed by wisdom from above. Let all sorrow find release. Come with me, let's walk for peace. Come with me, let's walk for peace.
Yes. You know, has everyone following the monks, the Walk of Peace? If you haven't, find it. Lori and I were talking about it a couple of months ago, and it's just such a beautiful action. It just, every time I see that video or see anything about it, it brings me tears to my eyes. It's just beautiful to have these gentle people walk through the United States and visit different places. So this is a time in our service to collect and receive your tithes and donations. If you would please go ahead and take out your gift. And if you are online, you can go to our webpage, unitywoodstock.org, and click on the donate button. Here at Unity Spiritual Center of Woodstock, we are self-supporting, and what that means is the money goes to our speakers, our musicians, this building, our classes. So thank you, because this is our home. If you are in the sanctuary with us, please take out your gift and place it in your hands as we bless your gift here. And for those of you online, hold the gift in your heart, and we will acknowledge these blessings with a short prayer. Divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. For those of you in the sanctuary, the greeters will gratefully accept your gifts at this time. And if this is your first time, don't feel any obligation to give.
Thank you for these gifts, Spirit, back and for these gifts. Thank you for these gifts, Spirit, thank you for these gifts. These wonderful, these wonderful, these wonderful gifts. These wonderful, these wonderful, these wonderful gifts. I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you for these gifts. I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you. Oh, thank you for these gifts. I want to say thank you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for these gifts. I want to say thank you. Ooh, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for these gifts. Thank you for these gifts. Thank you for these gifts.
Woo! For these gifts and all of you givers, what do we say? Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. And so it is. Unity Spiritual Center is a ministry based on prayer. You are invited to fill out a prayer request form at the prayer station right over here. Your request will be prayed over for 30 days by our prayer team. I also send the prayer request off to Silent Unity, who also prays for it for 30 days. If you would like a confidential affirmative prayer, you can meet with our prayer chaplain, Jackie Gerard over here. You are also invited to light a memory candle located at the rear of the sanctuary. It's right underneath that beautiful stained glass of Jesus. We graciously accept your donation of $2 in the receptacle below the candles just to help replace those candles. Now for announcements, we always have a lot going on in this community. On Thursday, March 19th, the men's group is getting together at Three Brothers in Woodstock. Please register at Unity. Oh, did you not give it to me? Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, because that already happened. Okay, Sunday, April 12th, an opportunity to learn more. Oh, yeah, an opportunity to learn more about USCW and become a member of this community. Register at unitywoodstock.org or talk to me. This will be exciting. We're going to have it's kind of a new members information session. It won't be long. Thursday, April 16th, USCW men's group. We don't know where they're going to meet. It's a mysterious place. So go to the website. Do we know? Yeah, Wind Hill in McHenry. Talk to Stan if you want to know. And Friday, April 17th, we are continuing our book club study with Reclaiming Your Inner Child. This has been a really interesting book. If you want to do some inner work, get the book, go online and look at the information, but get the book, and we're going to be mapping out our interior. So and see me or Renee if you have want information. Okay, this is really a fun thing. April 25th, Petapalooza, a free event. It features animal rescues and pet adoptions. Bring your friends and family. It is really a joyous experience. We have a lot of interest. This place is going to be packed. We are going to have animals in the house, and I'm also going to be doing a pet blessing. So if you have a well-behaved animal, bring it, right? And I'll pray over that animal. Okay, our youth ministry team would love to meet with anyone who may be interested in assisting or leading youth activities once or twice a month. Please see Maria. I think she's downstairs with the kids, but please see Maria about that information. Our fellowship ministry, this is out here, fellowship, that's what we call it. We're looking for people that would be interested in helping out once a month, twice a month, to make coffee, put out treats. We would really, really enjoy your help with that. And is there any, oh yeah, monthly we have Recycling Sunday, first Sunday of every month. Stan, that would be today, right? Yeah. So we have recycling, is everything out here in the open or? Okay, so yeah, just leave the recycling out there? Okay. And then youth ministry is on the first and third Sundays of every month. Christ Mind Study Group, second and fourth Saturdays of every month. Sunday, the fourth Sunday of every month is our Sunday Fun Day, where we meet in that fellowship area. We bring potluck, and then I usually guide us in some sort of topic to discuss in round table fashion. It's turned out to be a really, really enjoyable time for us to get to know each other and eat good food. And then our board meeting meets the fourth Tuesday of every month. You are always welcome to join us. Just let us know if you have something you want to bring up to the board. Please, we want to be able to hear from the congregation. And that is our announcements. So let us stand now and finish with our prayer for protection and our peace song. Now, traditionally during our peace song, people like to hold hands, but don't feel like you have to. But if you want to, hold hands. Maybe you want to ask before you hold somebody's hand that you don't know, but it could be fun. So let's do our prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well, and so it is. Amen.
Soul is